right? So if you calculate it correctly, this should be the answers, right? P1 waiting time for P1, right? So waiting time for P1 is between P2 and P3, P1 is waiting, right? Between this period, P1 is waiting. Then 8 milliseconds. Then again after that, P1 waits from 16 to 33 milliseconds, 32 milliseconds. During that also, P1 is waiting. So the total waiting time is 8 plus 16. So that is for P1, right? But the response time is 0. Immediately P1 will get the first response, right? So response time, we define the response time like that until P1 get the first response after arriving to the ready queue. Waiting time means that the amount of time it spends on the ready queue. That is waiting time, right? Turnaround time means until a process completes, right? The total duration, right? That is turnaround time, right? So P2 will wait for 4 milliseconds here, right? And then P2 will be waiting for 4 milliseconds initially from 0 to 4. Then 8 to 24 milliseconds. Again, P2 has to wait, right? But P2 arrives at 1 millisecond. So we have to reduce 1, right? And then we can calculate the total waiting time, right? But response time again different from the waiting time. P2 get the first response at 4 milliseconds but arrives at 1 millisecond. So the response is 3 response time. So you can compare and see with the shortest job first and round robin. Comparatively, the response times are very low, right? So the goal for the round robin is to minimize the uh, response time, right? So each process will get the quick response, but it will take a longer time to complete, right? So it will take a longer time to complete, but it will get the quick response. That means many processes might run concurrently, but it will take a longer time for the completion, right? So like that, you can calculate the values for P2, P3, P4, and P5, right? So the calculations again might be a little bit complex because a particular process might execute, put back into the ready queue several times, right? For example, in P3, it's, there are 4 intervals, right? For P3, for P4, 3 intervals, right? Right. So do you have any questions in round robin?